Welcome back, my warriors, to more AI the Somnium files. Last time we ended off on Ota's route, and we figured out a little bit more about his situation with Mayumi. And it seemed that he was much of a brat as a kid, but that's how kids will be. But now that we finished that, we can actually go ahead and continue on over here to this route where instead of believing Iris, we didn't. And thus we learned that she has a mental disease. But now Iris is dead. And for some reason, we didn't have enough information to continue on from that. But now we do with the end of Ota's route, which is pretty surprising. I already explained how it's pretty weird that we have to finish something like this in order to get over here, but I guess that's how the game wants to work. But I made a few notes just before we do this, and it's kind of giving like the information I can understand and know about the other people. So I actually have a sheet here, and this is not going to be too long. It's like a few names, but first we're going to be talking about some of the characters. Iris, Hitomi, So, Date, the boss, and then kind of the Cyclops killer. Not really who they are, but what I can pick up from them. So first is going to be Iris, and I have these points in two different parts. Is one, the connection, and then two, by unique circumstances or like what's known about them. So the first is Iris, and Iris, she has a mental disease, and we know that because we learned it from Hitomi after we decided to distrust her. But what I can see is that she has a connection to all but So, and she has a connection to Ota, Mizuki, Hitomi, and Mayumi in a way. She only knows Mayumi through Ota, but yeah, all except for So know her, so it's kind of questionable why So went after her. Then we have Hitomi, who after the last video, I believe has a connection to everybody. Because she knows So from what we see from this route, over here down this line. And then she also knows Ota, and I guess she doesn't know Mayumi, but considering that's Ota's mother, I guess she would know. She also knows Renju and Shoko, which we find out that Shoko was her best friend. And here's my theory with that. I'm going to guess this probably ties into who Iris' father is. And I don't want this theory doesn't really have too much strength to it, but I want to believe that Renju is Iris' father, and that's the reason he keeps pushing her up. But I don't know. It seems like that would be like a good reason for her to do it, but that's going off the basis that she is the Cyclops killer. And the reason I say that is because of So. So actually has a connection to all but Ota and Hitomi. Because So doesn't personally know Ota, aside from when he was fighting him in that bear costume that we saw from the Mizuki route. So there would be no reason for him to harm Ota. Well, except that he was in there. But never on the other route, we didn't get there in time, so that's the reason we couldn't really catch him. And he's also probably a possible killer. It's implied that he is, but I don't believe that. Considering there are still branches of the story that need to be completed, I don't truly believe that. And part of the reason is because I don't know if in the video that they said he had any eyes or anything in his collection. See, because the thing about the Cyclops killer is that they would have that stuff on them. I don't think they showed that about Rohan, whether he had them on them, but I'm pretty sure he did somewhere. But yeah, so he has a connection to all but Ota. He does have a connection to Hitomi. Now, I only say this because the routes are split. So in some routes, some people know certain people, and in other routes, it's never really shown. So I can't be too exact with that. And then the next one is Date. Now, he's covering the investigation, but little is known about his past. And when I say that, I'm talking about that super far point where he told us why he became a policeman. But remember that he became a policeman because Boss trained him. And we don't know too much about Boss aside that she brought Date onto the force. I don't know if he had a will to be on the force in the first place. I'm going to say he didn't, just because the way the flashback did. So I guess Boss brought him onto the force and he accepted it. And remember, this is a special branch of the police in this city. So that's probably what's different with him. But he was in the police, and boss knew nothing, and she brought him in. Let's see. He doesn't know the existence of the other sync machines and the other, routes, but he does know the existence in the one route where Iris dies. And this maybe possibly hinting that the sync machine is going to help them travel between each machine. Like if this is a type of timeline or a separate world type theory, then that's a huge possibility. But remember that Iris and Ota, I think, were talking about these type of theories in one area of the game, specifically this route over here, and so, or this route up here. But it may be that what they were talking about is how the game's going to work. So if in this route we're about to do, Date does remember, hey, that kind of confirms that theory, right? And then we have Boss, aside from actually knowing her name for the Mizuki route ending, if you guys want to go see that, we have very little information on her. The only type of information or scenes that we can connect to Boss is literally the first route I did, where we come over here to the route we can't unlock unless we finish this one over here. So hopefully we make a lot of headway in completing this, so we can go ahead and get I'm going to consider the last route. Maybe there's an extra route. Maybe there's a route I don't know about. But then we have the Cyclops Killer. Now, I don't know who the Cyclops Killer is yet, but I have two people. Now, when I think about this, I'm thinking about the Cyclops Killer, the new Cyclops Killer, as the old Cyclops Killer. Maybe the new Cyclops Killer is two people. And if so, that would make a lot more sense, because it would explain why we haven't been able to find, the eyes in So's area. That would mean So is working with someone to, I guess, keep the eyes. But then, here's the thing. Now that I think about it, Date took Iris's eye out for some reason, and he got in the sync machine with her. But why did he have to do that? See, the game never explains why in the manual that he has to remove her eye. It doesn't make any sense. And so, then the Cyclops Killer isn't taking eyes to just kill these. He kills them afterwards, but probably he puts them in the sync machine so he can learn certain things. But whoever they are, I keep saying him because I don't know. It may be a she. I don't know. It's one of those two. But if they are doing that for that reason alone, then where would they do the eyes disappear, disintegrate into the machine? Is it the power source that makes it run? I'm starting to question that. But if anything, it's at least two people, if not less. And So seems to be working for them, from what I can understand, especially with this whole being in the warehouse area. Not only that, it's also what he said about Mizuki's father, where he said, your father brought you should blame your father for being here or killing you, when Mizuki was about to be shot by So. So I'm thinking it has to be something with her family. And maybe it's someone from her family that's actually the Cyclops Killer. But the only person who actually, I guess, can give us that information is number 89. But remember, we don't actually know anything about him either. And he's not the Cyclops Killer, obviously. Because if he was, I don't see how, because he was in jail. But yeah, that's all of the type of information I have on this. I'm probably missing a lot more, but I think that's the main gist of how this is working and everybody's connections. So we're going to go ahead and get on in here and continue on with the investigation. So I'm not going to choose. I'm going to have to reopen. Let's see case file. Date stare over the water. I will come with guilt. I will claim that she would remove the dandelions growing in his head. What does that mean? I don't know. Oh, okay. So yeah, we never actually started this. So yeah, let's go ahead and continue. Day 5, Tuesday. Harbor Warehouse District, Tuesday, 9:39 a.m.
Have you settled down? The scene is being inspected without you. This time the body didn't disappear. However, you lost consciousness. I didn't expect you to faint. Seeing that corpse must have been incredibly shocking. I did not predict you to be the fainting type. I suppose humans are unpredictable. Now that you're back, let's get back to business. You are conscious, are you not? Are you at a loss for words? Date, don't let negative thoughts consume you. Thinking that Iris died because of me. If I never took her to Ota's, this wouldn't have happened. If you truly believe that, then your brain is completely rotten. Or perhaps when you saw the corpse, your head became filled with images of blooming yellow dandelions.
What?
Oh, you're talking now. Was I correct? If you consider the situation logically, even an elementary school student would understand.
Huh?
Fine. Allow me to pluck some of those dandelions from your mind. I will ask 3 questions. Please answer honestly. First question. The cold storage warehouse was not in regular operation. But even so, the AC was on, and a minus 58-degree temperature was maintained. Why is that?
Okay, so I guess we gotta click on the eyeball in order to answer this. The dark blue ocean spreads out before me. Yep, I'm surprised you haven't plunged yourself in. Alright, I guess we got that answer. Okay. The warehouse was being used to preserve something, maybe the AC was broken. Ice cream? I'm pretty sure the answer is to preserve something. You know, I haven't really been, for these types of questions, just going around when I know it. I'm gonna go ahead and start doing that from now on.
Oh, I see you are back to making jokes. I am glad to hear that, but please stay focused. So the on-off switch was broken, and they couldn't turn it off, right? But they could have shut off the electricity. I find it hard to imagine they would have left it running for no reason. The bills would have been expensive.
Yeah, the money.
Why? For what purpose?
To preserve something.
Yes. Let us move on to the next question. Second question. There was something strange about the corpse. Do you remember what that was?
Her left eye being out.
Iris's body was completely frozen.
Alright, well, that wasn't what I wanted to do.
The temperature read negative 58. With Iris's weight. Just wondering, but how much do you weigh?
Don't you know it's rude to ask a lady that?
105 pounds.
I see. 105, huh? It should have taken about 18 hours to freeze solid. But we were...
Wait a moment. Before you draw your conclusion, allow me to ask my final question. Question 3. 2 days ago, Sunday night, you found a dead body in the cold storage warehouse. But afterward, you visited the Sagan household and discovered that Iris was in fact still alive.
A twin, maybe? If we're going with that, then... No. It's possible.
Why?
Maybe, yeah, because... I don't know if I told you guys this, that's one of the traits of Hitomi. She's lied and kept secrets from us. Whatever, Tokyo, but yeah, alright. Because, say Iris, you mean... The course was, okay. I think... Because I saved Iris. That or Iris is actually dead. So we'll go with the right and bottom.
What I saw on Sunday must have been a hallucination. It was a dream.
No, Date. You're overthinking it. You saw the corpse, but Iris was alive. Which means...
You mean?
You've got it.
I bolted into the warehouse like was shot out of a gun. Okay. So is it like a mannequin or a replica, or is this somebody else's body? Hey, we can see our hand. Nice. Nothing to click. All right. Let's check it. Or face. Oh, we'll check the face.
The right eye has been forcibly removed.
It was the left eye for Shoko.
All right. Okay. Corpse right eye is removed. Body. Okay.
I don't believe it.
What? What's wrong with it? She's been wrapped up?
The stomach is swollen slightly.
Oh, okay, yeah, I can see it now.
She appears to have been pregnant.
How?
Do not worry. The uterus does not contain a fetus.
You mean after she was killed?
No. The fetus was not present in her body when she was killed. She must have been killed after giving birth. The distended stomach does not immediately shrink after birth. The expanded uterus takes some time to return to its normal size. This evidence makes one thing perfectly obvious.
This corpse isn't Iris.
Yeah, there you go.
It's someone else.
Which means...
Iris is still alive.
Not necessarily. She could be alive. We haven't confirmed that yet.
Okay, that makes a lot more sense. But how would... That would mean they would have found a body exactly matching. That doesn't make any sense. How did they find this? Okay. Okay, we're still watching.
Multiple stab wounds with a single-edged, sharp object to the victim's back. Judging by the size and shape of the marks, the weapon was most likely a kitchen knife. This matches what you said on Sunday.
So this is the body I saw then.
Okay. Alright, I'm thinking. Interesting. If what they say is true.
Is there an estimated time of death?
Impossible to determine. This body has been completely frozen for at least 10 years.
10 years? She was killed more than 10 years ago?
Oh, was she one of the older victims? Wow. No one's been in here for that long. Okay.
Exactly. Her identity is unknown. Her killer is also unknown. But there is one likely suspect.
Who?
Let's consider the clues. The scene. Okiura Fishery Cold Storage Warehouse.
Yeah, it would be so.
Sunday night, we saw So here. And there is something else about So Sejima. We witnessed someone similar to Iris being stabbed repeatedly in So's Somnium.
But it wasn't Iris. It was this woman.
That is highly likely.
What we saw was So's memory from more than 10 years ago.
I believe that is the case.
Yeah, that makes a lot more sense.
Renju and So?
But we still do not know where Renju is.
That means that we need to talk to...
Oh yeah, he's still alive in this one, isn't he? Ah, Renju, we're coming for you this time.
So Sejima.
Alright. Pitiful corpse, just looking at her makes my chest hurt. Of course.
Aiba, who is this?
Unknown.
A Jane Doe, but it's definitely not Iris. Wow, okay. We'll figure that out in time. Sejima Residence, Tuesday, 12:01 p.m. Mizuki and Ota kept searching for Iris, but unfortunately they didn't turn up anything. Iris' whereabouts are still unknown. I'm worried about her, but without any leads, we'd just be looking for her blindly. I should focus on the investigation for now. It will eventually lead me to Iris, I'm sure of it. With that in mind, I headed to So's mansion.
I thought I told you never to show your face here again.
Yeah, but we're here again. Alright. Pond. Island. Tree. Topiary. Lantern. Let's see, mansion. Tsujima House, mansion stone. Garden stone. We can't look anywhere to the right. Alright, what about the bridge? Yeah, I didn't forget you this time, bridge. Okay, Tsujima, let's talk.
I didn't come here for Shoko today. I didn't come here for Iris either. Instead, I'm here for a girl who looks like Iris. Did you kill her?
Date, look.
I knew it.
That's why he wasn't lying last time, because he was telling the truth. He did nothing to Iris, but he did something to this woman.
You killed her, didn't you?
I don't know what you're talking about.
I've had enough of your shit, Congressman! You wanted to check on the body of the girl you killed. That's why you were at the cold storage warehouse 2 days ago.
Which is pretty stupid. Why would he go there and check for a body that he's already finished off years ago? That's why this is so weird. Why? That's the most important question. Why'd you go back?
Where is Renju Okiura? You know where he is, don't you? You were at an Okiura fishery warehouse for a reason. There's definitely a connection between you two. And that's not all. Number 89 called your secretary. The same number 89 that Renju escaped with. Now tell me, where is Renju?
Suddenly, a gang of bodyguards stormed out of the mansion. And we don't have Mizuki with us, unfortunately. In an instant, they surrounded me.
We'd like to ask you to please leave.
Damn it, So!
There's nothing we can do. We did arrive without a warrant.
Which I still don't understand. If you have, well, he would have to explain why. Okay.
We were technically trespassing.
Again.
If he had called the police, we would be in a predicament.
Yeah, we would.
We would have been detained immediately.
And probably fired and thrown in jail.
Who would look after Iris then? Do you intend to leave your responsibility with Mizuki and Ota?
Ah!
Calm down, Date. We still have our lead.
Lead?
Before I explain, we need to discuss the corpse in the cold storage warehouse. Let's give her a name. Because she is frozen solid, we could call her All Ice or Alice. What do you think?
It's beautiful.
Alice and Iris. I believe it fits nicely.
Yeah, it's kind of as if they have a name from other people from another game that I have never played, but have watched.
Alright, Alice. What about her?
Someone might be able to identify her.
Who?
Allow me to ask you 3 questions.
Again with this?
First question. You have seen this corpse more than twice. 3 times, in fact. When was the first time?
Okay, I'm not going to be doing these questions anymore because half the time I get it right and much of the time I get it wrong. And not because I want to get it wrong. Well, I do want to get it wrong, but I keep getting it right for some reason. So I'm just gonna make it easier on myself. Let's go ahead and look around. Steering wheel, dashboard, center console, gear shift. All right, nothing to be said. when was the first time we saw the frozen corpse? 2 days ago, Sunday night. I don't remember. Man, I just been following the story. Okay, the first time we saw the frozen corpse. So this was before we put Iris in her Somnium. And before so how many days have passed? What's today? 2 days ago, Sunday night. No, yesterday, not yesterday. There we go. I think it was 3 days ago. Yeah.
3 days ago. Saturday night when I synced at Abyss.
Yes, in the Somnium world, we saw the frozen corpse of a girl. Question 2. Who is the girl?
You know, there's also a trophy for questions not like this. I think those questions where you have to pick the evidence and you have to do those all perfectly. That kind of sucks because I have to go back through the game and do that. Virus, Alice, Iris, Adrian. Who was the frozen girl we saw? A virus? Wait, in the sink. Alice, yeah.
Now I know. That girl was probably Alice.
Yeah, but we already know this.
Most likely, yes. So we have technically known Alice for 3 days. One last thing.
Okay, now I have the question of who moved her. Did So go back that night and move her? No, because we detained him, didn't we? Who went back and moved? Was it Renju? It was probably Renju.
The final question. In which Somnium did we see Alice?
That's a stupid question, and so's.
I understand your logic. We did see Alice in So's Somnium. In that sense, your answer is not incorrect. However, I mean specifically Alice's frozen corpse. Whose brain were we synced to then?
Mizuki, because when we pulled it up, we saw her. Okay. So Mizuki saw Alice. But then why was she in her Somnium?
My roommate, Mizuki Okiura.
Exactly. You mentioned something about Mizuki's Somnium being some kind of prophecy. But prophecies are nonsense. Dreams are not made of the future. They are made from the past.
Unless you bring them into reality.
Therefore,
Mizuki has seen Alice before.
there is no other explanation.
Aiba, where is Mizuki now?
Where we went with Iris yesterday, the Kume Shrine.
The shrine? Why would she be there?
Unknown. She is supposed to be looking for Iris.
Okay, let's go.
Ikume Shrine, Tuesday, 2:40 p.m.
Date.
Did you find Iris?
If I did, I would have told you already.
Right.
Alright, we're back here, guys. It's been some time.
See ya. Good time again, trees. Ah, the dummies are still broken. Come on, Mizuki, what happened? We know what happened. She was too OP. Green dog. Shrine, rope. Sick a straw rope. Anything else? Oh, it's monument. Flowers.
Here we go. Alright, Mizuki, time to talk. Where's Renju? Where's Ota? What are you doing here? Okay.
I think he's searching Akihabara right now. Last time he checked in, he said he didn't have anything.
Okay.
I think Iris is with Renju.
With Daddy?
Yeah. Her note mentioned her most trusted person. That's probably Renju.
Yeah. I remember that mermaid girl saying something like that.
He was looking for
Does that mean that Daddy is the one who called for Iris?
It could be. So I need to know where he is.
But I haven't been able to get a hold of him. Iris used to like this shrine. She told me about all her memories here. We used to come here all the time. You know those steps in the front? We would sit there together and talk about things. Like what gluten-free means, and eyelash extensions, and aerial yoga. And we would talk about all our problems together. Sometimes we would talk late into the night. So I thought that maybe she'd be here. But it looks like I was wrong.
Okay. Did Renju take Iris to the warehouse like she talked about before?
Mizuki, I have something very important to ask you.
I told Mizuki about the frozen corpse we called Alice.
You've seen her before, haven't you? 3 days ago, I saw her in your Somnium. The body of a girl who looks like Iris, Alice. Your dreams are built from your memories. So that corpse... Mizuki, please, answer me. Iris's life is at stake.
Huh? What do you mean?
I told Mizuki everything. About how Renju ran off with the assassin number 89. How 89 is connected to Sosajima. Okay. And that So is linked to Alice's murder.
I need to know everything about Alice. If I find out who she is, I might be able to solve the mystery of Renju and number 89.
I literally think it's just so he could see Iris, but it's probably something more.
And that might lead me to Iris.
Mizuki looked down at her feet quietly. I could see agony in her face. The silence lingered. Finally, she steeled herself, lifted her head, and spoke.
Okay, I'll tell you about Alice. It was about a month ago. I saw my daddy crying in the president's office at Lemniscate. I was peeking through a crack in the door so he didn't see me. Daddy got up, then got into his car and drove away. I had never seen him like that before. I was curious, so I followed him in a taxi. That led me to the cold storage warehouse. He got out of his car and went inside. I followed right behind him, quietly. Daddy was standing next to the forklift in the back. I hid behind a shelf. I watched Daddy open the hood of the forklift, and then, after a little bit, he left. I wanted to know what he was looking at. I went over to the forklift and I looked under the hood myself. And then...
You saw Alice's dead body.
But at the time, I thought it was Iris.
Why? Obviously, you know why. Did you talk to... What'd you do after that, huh?
What was I supposed to do? Daddy would have been in trouble.
So you kept quiet this whole time?
Yeah.
Okay, one of these two are going to continue, if not both of them.
What do you mean? I couldn't just ask. It would have changed everything. I thought that as long as I stayed quiet, everything would be okay. I didn't see a dead body. I wasn't even at the warehouse. I repeated that to myself over and over and tried to forget the whole thing.
But you couldn't.
Repressed memories are often the subject of somnia.
That's why Alice showed up during the sync.
The corpse looked exactly like Iris. I couldn't believe she was dead. I just couldn't. So I went to Iris's house.
Huh? What's wrong, Mizuki?
Iris was alive. I thought I was going crazy or dreaming. I tried to convince myself that it was just a hallucination.
Just like we were trying to do to ourselves. Good thing we didn't. We have Aiba, the AI robot.
I actually met with one of the higher-ups at Daddy's company last night,
Who?
before I went to Matsushita Diner.
Why?
Because you asked about the cold storage. I was curious. I asked around some, and... I found out that Daddy was managing the warehouse before I was born.
Okay, see, that makes a lot more sense.
After my grandpa died, Daddy took over.
So you lied to us. I'm glad I don't fully trust most of these characters that I interact with, because no matter the endings we get, I just can't trust in anyone, especially in a game where, investigation is the main play of the game. Anybody could lie at any time.
In exchange for managing the warehouse, he gave ownership of the company to someone else. I guess he didn't want to let this place go. Or maybe he couldn't let it go. That's more accurate, I think. But I understand why. Inside that warehouse was...
Alice.
On paper, Daddy has nothing to do with Okiura Fishery. Daddy was still managing the warehouse. And he was the only one allowed in there, too. That was part of the agreement when he gave up the company. And the whole thing had to be a secret. He really stressed that point.
Hey, Mizuki. How long was he managing the warehouse?
For 18 years. That's what the man told me.
18 years? From that long ago?
Yes.
Aiba, I need an emergency search. Missing persons from 18 years ago.
Understood.
Huh?
Date, I found her. The girl who looks like Iris.
What's her name?
Monica Iwai, 19 years old at the time of her disappearance. A graduate of Eitoku High School.
What?
That's Hitomi's friend.
Renju was my classmate at Eitoku High.
Yep, that's Hitomi's friend.
We've known each other for 20 years now. When I was young, I lost someone very important to me. Monica Iwai, my best friend. One of the only friends I had.
Wait. Is Iris her daughter and not Hitomi's? It would explain why her hair is pink. They really didn't have to show her a photo. They could have kept that a mystery.
Alice is... Monica. Hitomi's friend who went to the same school as her and Renju. But why? Monica's body was found just now. But even back then, Hitomi knew. She knew that Monica was already dead. Aiba, where is Hitomi right now?
Like I said, Hitomi has her secrets.
At headquarters for questioning. MPD still believes that the body they discovered was Iris.
Got it. Contact boss. Have them bring Hitomi to Abyss.
Roger that.
It's time for Hitomi's sake. Hopefully, the sync machine works this time, pewter. Police Headquarters, Tuesday, 5:08 p.m.
You're awfully calm. You saw the corpse of your daughter today. You were called into the station to confirm her identity. And yet here you are, cool as a cucumber, even though you lost your precious daughter. Shall I guess why?
How can Hitomi stay calm? Alright, let's see, where she was found? No, I don't think that would be. Information, I guess? See, it's these type of questions that you have to get correct all in one. When? I don't think that's why. It's either autopsy report or information on Monica.
Monica's body was found completely frozen solid. Her right eye was missing. Her body shows multiple stab wounds from an edged weapon to the back of the torso. The cause of death was those stab wounds. The murder weapon was most likely a kitchen knife. She was also pregnant until just before her time of death.
Okay.
Her name is Iwai Monica. She has been missing for 18 years. She was 19 years old at the time she went missing. Monica, Hitomi Sagan, and Renju Okiura all attended Eitoku High School.
So how can Hitomi stay so calm? You know what? I haven't cared to actually get these rights on the first time, so I'm not gonna care now.
Because that body isn't Iris. And you know it.
Are you serious?
Yes. Her name is Monica Iwai. She was killed when she was 19. She went to the same high school as you, and she was your best friend. Isn't that right?
Man, she looks so pale under this light.
Nothing to say for yourself? Hiding something? Maybe you killed her with Renju.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, So's the one who killed her, remember?
Oh, now you're talking. But we know Renju committed a crime. Illegally disposing of a body. And we can prove it.
Why would Renju be questioned about dumping of a body where it was found, basically?
The cold storage warehouse where the body was found. It's been managed by Renju Okiura for almost 2 decades now. And witness testimony proves that he knew about the corpse there. And if I'm not mistaken, you knew about the corpse too, Hitomi. You and Renju have been close since high school. It's not too much of a stretch to think that he told you about the body.
How close have we been to Renju? I'm now starting to question that.
And I remember you telling me once.
When I was young, I lost someone very important to me. Monica Iwai, my best friend. One of the only friends I had.
How did you know that she was dead?
I didn't.
Don't play dumb. I know you're hiding something. You know what happened 18 years ago. And you knew she was pregnant. You were her best friend. Of course you would have known.
Does she not want to admit that Iris isn't her child? Because I'm thinking Iris isn't her child right now.
Tell me. Tell me everything.
Is it because she can't have a child? That could be a story plot.
Date, she's not going to talk. Sync with her.
Date, I'm sure I've told you enough times by now, but please, come back within 6 minutes.
I must be able to look around right now because it doesn't make no sense why they don't just cutscene us in.
I can't promise you that, Pewter.
What do you mean?
I mean, I'm not coming back until I find something.
Date, you can't.
Why not?
You know why.
Because it will take over my consciousness?
Yes.
But if it's only a little...
No, not even a little. If the sync passes the critical point, the damage will be irreparable.
But what does that mean exactly?
Yeah, okay. There is really no reason. Well, maybe there's a reason. Maybe there's a reason they want us to look around. Okay, I'll do it. Yes, this seems to be a very serious moment. So, looking around kind of looks a little pointless. But let's continue to do it. No locker talk. Monitors are off. Entrance to the sync room. CRT. Chair. Alright. One of you two are gonna have to do something or start me off. Are you two... What? Wow. Okay. Why is this a question then? Look at the sync machine. I didn't look at that. There, Hitomi. Deep sleep. Yeah, from sedatives. Okay.
No.
I'm not hiding anything.
Peter, that didn't sound truthful.
Then let's try it. Let's experiment with my mind. Then we'll know for sure what'll happen.
Fine. I'll just say it.
Yeah?
Pewter, tell him.
Okay, Peter, give me the truth. I'm ready.
Me?
You know more about it than I do.
Well, first off, 6 minutes is not a hard limit. It could be 7 or even 8.
I don't care about the exact time. I'm asking what happens if you go beyond the limit.
Do you remember the story I told you about the egg?
Not really. It's been some time.
Yeah, why?
If you imagine an egg as your consciousness, the yolk is what goes into the subject's brain. The white remains inside your shell. If you go beyond the limit, your yolk will not be able to return to its shell.
Because the subject's mind will start to take over the sinker's consciousness, right?
Hold on a second. What was that? What was it? If you go beyond the limit, your yolk will not be able to return its shell. That I knew. I caught another one, you guys. I don't know how many. I think this is the third or fourth one. That is supposed to be not be able to return to its shell. All right. I knew there was something weird about that.
I know that part already.
Indeed, but there's more to it. After the yolk is devoured, the egg white is brought through the machine next.
Huh?
And there's more. It's not just the sinker's brain. The same process eventually occurs in the subject's as well.
So, your consciousness or brains are transferred to each other's bodies?
In other words, the entire egg ends up being replaced.
Yeah, but then they just be in each other's bodies at that point.
Mind, consciousness, memory, they are traded. Switched.
The human brain has what can be understood as a memory limit. One brain can only hold one consciousness, and it can only contain one person's memories.
Interesting. Maybe we should go over that limit, test it out. Put ourselves in danger for a while, you know? Why did you keep the secret from me? Okay. We'll ask Peter because his seem easier to come back from.
Now you know everything. Talk to the boss.
Alright, thank you for telling me this, Peter.
I was unaware of this as well. This information is not on any accessible databases.
We had to prevent the possibility that the system could be exploited.
Exploited? But
Even if it wasn't you, someone else might try. We didn't tell any sinkers this, including you.
What other sinkers are they? Or are there?
Project Sync is a top-secret project. It's a matter of national security.
Yeah, because I don't see anybody else calling themselves sinkers, so I'm kind of questioning whether I'm the only one.
Even sinkers are on a need-to-know basis. Think about it. What if you were kidnapped by bad people who tried to make you talk?
bad people?
A criminal organization, spies from another country, those people. If you blabbed about Project Sync, the entire country might be at risk. You heard it from Pewter. The sync machine isn't just for entering a person's somnium. It can also be used to swap bodies between two people. Imagine what this machine would be used for in the wrong hands. That's why I didn't tell you. We can't let this secret get out.
Swapping bodies between two people? Trading minds?
Date, you remember what I told you earlier?
Are you listening to me?
Yeah, I got it.
Are you really okay?
I'm fine. Start it.
Understood. Let us begin.
God?
I am the god of fire. I burn erotic books with my flames of red-hot anger.
My, how ruthless.
Ow!
Are you okay?
That hurt.
I'll let you read this porno mag if it'll make you feel better.
I will burn it.
The fog is making it pitch black.
The light over there. Is that a firefly? Somnium scan. Activate.
Reveal hidden secrets. Finally, reveal Hitomi's secret buried deep inside.
It disappeared?
No, wait. It might still be nearby.
Okay, so this is just a one-way route. Can we run around the forest? Oh, we can. Nice. Oh, we can't go too far, though. Yes, we can. Look at this. Yeah. Let's see how far out we can go. Hey!
What?
I was looking for you. Alright, we can continue. I literally was just looking for this eyeball. I knew it would be out here in the forest. Let's go.
A flower bud. I cannot identify the variety.
Worship, smell, figure out type. Nah, that's useless.
What happened?
It doesn't have any particular smell, but for some reason I nearly blacked out.
Maybe it's poisonous. Be careful.
What's this? Caring words from you, Date. What are you hiding?
Okay, I guess we weren't supposed to do that.
A flower bud.
Worship?
Worship it?
Yeah.
I will pray to it as though I am mourning the dead. It bloomed a little?
I don't know what caused it, but it's better than nothing happening.
Interlock 1 unlocked. Okay. That's bloomed. To the next one. Rock
5
1.
minutes left, Date.
Yeah, cool.
A rock.
Kick, investigate, worship, lift. I would say worship it again, but I don't believe it. So, what would have happened? I'm gonna try and lift it.
Do what?
Just try.
Understood.
Well, did you find anything?
No, of course not.
Of course.
A rock.
Worship it again, I guess.
But it's a rock.
Gods live in the rocks too, you know.
A rather Japanese way of thinking.
Just try it.
If you insist.
How was it? You've cleared your head, right?
Yes. I now feel a sense of emptiness.
Great.
Guess it was a waste of time.
I do not want to hear that from you.
Like every type of mood. Alright. Oh, look at this. Hole in the tree? Nice.
A hole in a tree. I may be able to fit inside.
Which is probably what we have to do.
I cannot see anything. It is unnaturally dark.
Did you notice anything?
I did hear the faint sound of the wind.
It must be hollow on the inside.
Meaning we can
A hole.
probably hide in it.
I am not going to be eaten or anything, right? Whoa! I fell, but I am still in the forest.
It's darker than before.
What? Is someone there?
Hey!
That voice is...
Find out where that voice is coming from.
Yes, follow the trails of fireflies.
4 minutes.
Alright, that one over there. Right through here. Over through here. Hole number 2?
a hole in the tree. It looks about as big around as a soccer ball.
Okay, stick hand in, peek inside, and we'll peek inside again.
I cannot see anything.
Anything else?
I do not see anywhere that air could be flowing from. A hole.
That means we probably have to get something again.
I am not going to be sucked in, am I?
That's strange. It should have worked.
Did you want to see me get sucked in?
Yeah.
Okay, so where'd this go to? Oh look, we found Renju.
Renju Okiura.
Inspect him, talk to him, flirt with him, hit him.
Renju, what are you doing in a place like this?
He won't answer.
Not in a place like this, at least.
Okay,
3 minutes, Date.
let's see. Came from over there. Yeah. Yeah, he's still here. Hole in tree 2. Maybe I should scream from the hole in the tree.
A hole. The Emperor is naked!
Okay. What about the Empress, though?
The Empress is naked!
Sounds like my kind of empire. Let's move there. I don't see anything.
Nor do I.
Alright, I guess we gotta do something with Renju then. I see other things though, like Rock 3. Huh.
Renju.
Flirt with him, hit him, inspect him. Now let's hit him.
This is for neglecting your responsibility to Mizuki, you coward! No use. I can't hit him.
This Renju is still a teenager. He wouldn't know Mizuki yet.
That was a weird thing to say though.
Renju.
He looks young, but this is definitely Renju Okiura as he appeared approximately 20 years ago.
That's a long time ago.
Renju... Yoo-hoo, Renju! Come get some of this. Come on!
Sorry, that was a bad idea.
Don't apologize. This is Renju's fault for having bad taste.
I'm pretty sure it's your fault for being creepy. Alright.
You have less than 2 minutes, Date.
Yeah.
Alright.
Kick, worship, lift, investigate. So we found Renju. We also found the tree. Let's hold this out a bit. Because the rock didn't do anything. He's at that rock, so... I think I know what we have to do. Do we have to get him to this rock? Can we scream at any rock? Let me see.
Alright.
Kick, investigate. No, this is the same rock I worshipped. Let's see. Renju, he needs to follow this path, I guess. But if we scream at the tree, it won't really do anything.
A hole.
Wait, we haven't tackled it.
Understood. I will do my best. This is a picture of Hitomi, Renju, and Monika.
Everyone is so young. Hold on to that.
Okay, I'm gonna
You have 1
start
minute
over
left.
because we only have these minutes left. So, yeah. Let's retry from the first lock. Alright. Got that. Where's the next firefly? Back there. That's rock 1. Tree 1. Here we
5
go.
minutes left, Date.
A hole in a tree.
Let's go ahead and do this. What do we do?
I am not going to... Whoop! I fell.
It's darker.
What? That...
Find out.
Yep, that's Renju. Okay. So where's the other tree? Now this is rock 1, so we're gonna have to walk over here. The other tree is over here. Here we go. Hole in tree 2.
A hole.
But why was there a picture in this tree? That doesn't make any sense.
Understood. This is a...
Everyone.
Alright, let's go talk to Renju now. Shake? Shake something?
Renju...
Show picture.
Renju, look at this. Wait!
Renju, stop!
Middle lock 2 unlocked. Let's go.
4 minutes.
Alright. Holding it. Oh.
What is this hole? It wasn't here earlier.
Did he fall off into there?
Really?
Yeah, go ahead.
Understood. Huh. It's even more difficult to see now. Another voice? Monika! That's Hitomi's voice.
Where is she? Look for her.
Okay, so if it's anything like last time, we'll be able to talk to her. So we need something first. So the first time was a tree. Here's a hole in the tree 3.
Another hole in a tree. About as big as a capybara, I estimate.
Those are pretty big.
Alright. We're gonna scream this time.
Hitomi! Date likes Hitomi!
Hey, what are you trying to say? Hitomi won't remember this sink. But still.
Hitomi stopped.
How did she hear us?
3 minutes, Date.
Okay, so I don't know where Hitomi is, so I can't say that was useful. Let's see, she stopped at a rock, did she not? Let's see. There's a rock. There's Hitomi. So I was at a tree which brought her here. There's a rock. Do we have to get her over here?
That's Hitomi.
Why does she look like her adult self? Touch her, hug her, talk to her, inspect her now. We have to do something first. So that was the tree. Tree 3. Yeah. Alright. So in order to get here, there are 2 ways I think she can go. She has to go to this rock, obviously. It seems that way.
A rock.
Yeah.
Do what?
Just try.
Understood.
Well?
No.
Okay. Well, that was weird.
You have less than 2 minutes, Date. Hurry.
I have to get her over either that or I have to give her something. Let's try this rock right here.
A rock.
Kick, lift, worship, or check.
Do what?
Just try. Well?
No.
Okay, that was useless.
A rock.
Let's try this again.
Understood. My foot hurts.
Yeah, because you kicked it incorrectly.
I see.
My foot hurts!
Sorry.
Hi, but you're an AI, but you don't use your brain a lot, do you? Let's see. I know I could just go to her and see if I can talk to her, but I feel that won't do anything. I did have a Renju and it did nothing. There's rock 1. Oh, let's try a tree again.
A hole.
Stick hand in, tackle.
Leave it to me. I will break it down. Huh? Ah! Date, perhaps we should pursue a more peaceful route.
Yeah, I agree.
Alright, well that didn't work. It's expected. I don't want to try everything on each and every rock, but... what do these fireflies show?
You have 1 minute left.
Yeah, I know.
That's it.
I might as well try everything with Hitomi.
Hitomi, what are you doing here?
Guess she can't hear you. She looks like she's looking for something.
Okay.
A rock.
We lift it already. We'll worship it. Actually, just kick it.
Understood. My foot hurts.
Yeah, because again, you kicked it incorrectly.
I see.
My foot hurts!
Sorry.
Another.
Those are pretty.
So we scream into it.
Hitomi! Date likes it.
Hey, what are you? Hitomi, but still.
Hitomi stopped.
Okay. So
3 minutes,
A whole-
Date.
let's stick a hand in. Did we do that last time?
I I won't get sucked in, right? A cord bracelet has appeared on my wrist. Perhaps it belongs to someone.
It might be important. Hold on to it.
Okay, well, that's all we needed. Well, I didn't notice it changed the answers, but whatever.
That's Hitomi. Do you remember this? Wait!
Follow her!
On it!
Menlock 3 unlocked. Okay. Thank you for at least keeping the thing open.
Alarm. If there is nothing left to do. Date, what is going on?
I don't know, it's pitch black. I can't see anything.
I see. Then it is not me malfunctioning.
Can you feel your way around?
I can try.
Alright, we gotta do it again. One
You have
last
less than 2
time.
minutes, Date. Hurry.
Or as many times as it'll take. This is the only thing I see lit up. That's a tree. Let's see. Cluster of amaryllis?
A Lycaris flower.
Amaryllis. I don't know. Dig up, investigate, grab.
I feel a little awkward, but... It's useless. The roots must be strong. It won't budge. Let's do it. What? Another hole.
You have 1 minute left.
A large hole. We've come this far. I will not protest now. Huh? That is...
Menlock 4 unlock. Hitomi, awaken! With no time to spare. Mountain, corpse flower. Day 5, Tuesday.
Hitomi, I think I know what happened 18 years ago. You three were close. You, Monica, and Renju. Monica was murdered. You and Renju found the body in the mountains, and you brought it back to the cold storage warehouse. And my guess is So Sejima killed Monica. I've seen inside his head before, using this machine.
I see. If you know that much, then there's no point in hiding it anymore. I'll tell you the truth.
Finally. Saigon residence. 18 years ago.
Wait, you're going to see So?
Yes. I want to talk to him in person.
No, you can't.
Why not? Are you worried about my body? You don't have to worry about that. I'm totally fine.
But your stomach is still...
Oh, my doctor told me that's normal. Your stomach doesn't go down right away after giving birth.
I'm not worried about your body. I don't know how to explain it. So doesn't care about you. And especially not your child.
I haven't told him about giving birth. He contacted me for the first time in a while.
So that's why.
He wants to know about the baby.
He must be panicking. If anyone ever finds out his mistress had his baby, his political career would be over.
It's not like it was an affair.
His wife passed away after giving birth to his son, right?
It would still be a big scandal. He impregnated a girl who just graduated high school. Don't you see how that looks? He knew how the public would take it. That's why he gave you the money to deal with it. There's no way he'll accept that child.
It's okay. I told him that I won't cause any trouble. But could you take care of the baby? Just for a little bit? I'll be right back.
Fine. But take this with you, just in case. It's a GPS transmitter. Just to be extra safe.
I really don't think I'll need it. But okay, if it'll make you feel better.
I don't know what Monica saw in So. She said he was kind and loyal, that he wanted to change Japan, but I didn't understand any of it. We tried to convince her to break up with him so many times. She never listened, and it ended in tragedy. What happened next, you already know. Neither Renju or I saw it happen, so I don't know how much of this is accurate, but we could guess what happened.
Okay, that makes a little bit more sense. This was 18 years ago, right? I think So would have looked a little bit younger than that, but whatever. Okay, guys, so yeah, we just got all of that information. That kind of destroyed some of my theories I had, but that's fine. You know, it's what it is. It's surprising that Iris may actually not be Hitomi's daughter, which I do believe. But hey, that gives all the more reason to what Mizuki was talking about with family, you know? Everything is coming together. But that's kind of a weird output for the story. That So and this Iwa girl were, I guess, dating at the time. I don't know how his political career would have been ruined, but I guess I don't see it. I guess it's because she just came out of high school, so it would be implied that they've had this going for some time, and that would not be good. But yeah, things like that happen. It's unfortunate. It's kind of the plot point I wanted to have for a character I was thinking of for another game. What Danganronpa series? Yeah, I was thinking of my own individual character to create, and he's kind of like So in a way, but not like through with that whole plot. But it was pretty interesting. Now I guess this implicates that So is part. I still think it's still two people. I would say it was So and then someone else. And considering that So didn't want her dead, I guess he didn't want her to be found. This would also make a lot of sense to why Renju was killed, because he didn't want, it to be found out. So I guess So got what he wanted in Ota's route, because in Ota's route we learned nothing. But in Mizuki's route we actually caught him. So hey, we caught one of them. I don't know if the other person was number 89, because they said 18 years ago. I don't remember how far it was for 89, but I think that's long enough, because he met no, that's enough. Yeah, either Rohan or 89, because remember that he met Hitomi. So yeah, interesting, all this interesting. But we'll continue on next time. I'll be rambling here at the end, but next time we'll continue on here and with Hitomi after the sync machine and find out a little bit more. And then hopefully we get far enough to where we can finally go on to the other route and finish off. And did Pewter and Boss leave? Wow, okay. I guess they wanted to give us some alone time. But yeah, guys, that's what we'll be doing next time. But yeah, guys, with all that said, I'll see you next time.